everyone, my name is Dara Toomey, this is my pal Steve Collins, and this is the behind the scenes documentary of our THAC 2025 film, Persistence.
Yes.
Oh my god, it's the ass ripper!
So, THAC for us kicks off at 12 noon Irish time. We kind of have THAC, like, down to a T now, because this is our fourth THAC in a row, and we did a few when we were teenagers, so we know what THAC is like. So
We started in the third one back in 2007.
this is true, THAC 3.
We old.
So, we kicked off at 12 noon. The theme this year was...
What the fuck was
I
it
forget
again?
what the theme is.
Fulfill.
Oh,
I like it.
Nice, one word. I like it.
Great theme though, great theme. I love a one-word theme. Nice vague, and you get to interpret it better.
Absolutely. Whereas last year, if you watched the documentary last year, we had
The journey ahead.
We had differing opinions.
Theme is the journey ahead.
The journey ahead.
Yes, and the letter.
The journey ahead. I don't like it.
I don't either.
Now, it could be lack of
Yeah.
fulfillment or obsession with fulfillment.
It's the good thing that I will be happy when. It's like,
Yeah.
I'll be happy when I do
When
this
I get
goal, and then you
fulfilled.
get that goal.
I-
And then you're like, I'm still not fucking.
This is the great thing about
essentially.
being an adult. Like,
It's miserable.
life experience is like all you care about is
Okay.
fulfillment. Okay, now we have to make it actually like how do we make a
Comedy.
a light dialogue heavy comedy?
So, detective obsessed with catching a criminal who's been eluding him for years. His wife is like there's stakes. The wife is giving him last chance, or he's gonna get fired if he doesn't move on from this case.
Yeah.
The criminal is also then trying to fulfill his obsession with being like the best or something. Or
Also, okay, what type of person is the killer in terms of humor? Like, how are
so
we gonna emanate
you're
comedy?
gonna play the detective because you can do a gruff voice
Yeah,
better than
cool,
me. You have a
cool.
deeper voice, so I can be then the killer. So I think
Yes.
obviously the killer shows up at the diner. We know
Yeah.
that much. So
detective.
yeah, so I can do something insane.
Yeah.
Get on the ground. Detective doesn't even notice him. I think that could be very funny. He's so lost in his thoughts, just
Yeah.
sitting at his table. He's like, what could I do? What am I missing? And he's like, he's there.
Oh God!
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the killer is like goading him, and he's just so blinded. He's like, hey, no luck catching that killer then. You know, he's been killing and killing and
We
killing.
do
Like
the POV of the two characters, and he's like, I'm the best fucking killer in the world, and like that.
that could be fun. That
You
we
could- you
actually
could go
switch
between-
over. Why couldn't he catch me?
yeah.
I've been doing the most
Two of them are
obvious.
now-
I just want to go to jail. What we do then to kind of divide the duties is I go and like write the script. So we both write the story together, and I put it into words and dialogue.
The diner set was pretty much made because that's a pretty complicated set. I was really I robbed it. I robbed the aesthetic from Nathan Wells and Zach Macias's The Cleaners 2, a film that's not made, but I think Nathan put a couple of behind the scenes things, and he did the 45-degree angle tiles. I kind of had the road, and I didn't really have the alley or the building, so I just threw together the blue and red building.
So Steve was tinkering away, building those sets, finishing those sets.
Dara
This was-
did an interesting thing. He
he?
got some I suppose it's royalty-free music that you use.
Yeah,
is
all
it?
royalty free.
Yeah, so you got some of that, like when we knew it was going to be a kind of detective film or whatever, and you like went on and got like detective music, basically. So he
Yeah.
wrote with that in his ears, which was, I think, yeah, really good. And I think
cool,
when
yeah.
I watch the film now, you
can
can
feel
kind
it.
of see, you can see it was quite intentional or whatever. You know?
Yeah, but like once I got into the mindset of that detective, it just wrote itself. What was next?
So next was voice acting.
23 years into this job, and I've never had a case that I couldn't crack.
Need to
Yeah.
go back to the gruff.
Yeah. I won't truly be at peace until I catch this scumbag.
That's great. No luck catching that killer, eh, detective? I used to be,
Back
and then
to-
now
yeah,
we're
back to-
now we're
back
just
to proud.
back to monologuing. I used to be proud of this city.
I used to be proud of this city, proud to keep its streets safe. But if I can't catch this degenerate, then I'm just as bad as the ass.
That I've served my purpose.
Yeah.
And the world is like frustrated.
Cool.
Get frustrated with this line. So that last one there.
A joke where I missed the punchline and I can't ask them to repeat it because it will ruin the party.
Ruin the party. That's good.
Okay.
He just wants to be a guy in a noir film.
Literally
like,
thinks he's in a movie. Like,
literally.
No luck catching that killer, eh, detective? No luck catching that no luck catching that detective. Who knows? He might be. Who knows?
He might even be sitting right across from you. I wanted a challenge, but come on. I mean, if I was a serial killer, I'd probably try to hide in plain sight. Like what I'm doing right now.
At that stage, I think then I started chopping up all the voice lines that we recorded. Way more streamlined this year. You went back up to finish sets, start getting your lighting set up.
Yeah, it was kind of
getting your life together, and then I think we reconvened at exactly 4 o'clock.
Hello folks, it is 8 minutes to 4 in the afternoon, which means we are nearly 4 hours through THAC. I've all the lines chopped up now, so now I just need to put them onto your USB and we can set up to animate. We just need to dial in the lighting, because we are going for like a neo-noir film, so it would be great if it wasn't just like boring flat lighting, but whatever, it's THAC. But yeah, 4 hours in, and we will be animating within the hour.
It's mainly dialogue, but he doesn't really have to move because it's in his head, so it's more kind of just
simple animation.
Which is great for THAC, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
So he can really go ham on the cinematography.
Yep.
So yeah, we're just going to write out a shot list for me because I like to work that way, just having tick it off.
And you have the action, because he's going to be shooting people.
And he's actually
getting up.
doing talking.
He's getting out of his chair. He's shooting a person. A waitress is coming over. There are things for you to do.
It is a bit more, so it will take me longer. As long as probably longer.
No, you'll be animating longer. So yeah, let's work on shot listing. Bye.
One thing about our film, and I suppose the past films as well, we really lean into dialogue-heavy comedy because I'm a sketch comedian. Steve's been working on me with sketches for like 7 years nearly, like, so it's like...
It's what we know.
It's what we know, and you write what you know, so we know there's going to be like very minimal action or set pieces. There might be one walk cycle.
We got a walk cycle.
We got the walk cycle in.
You did the walk cycle.
Yeah, exactly.
But we don't have like camera moves.
We don't have camera moves. We don't have action. So people are watching, going 4.5 minutes, but it's 4.5 minutes of very basic.
That is, yeah.
And because this year our main character did a lot of just internal monologuing, it was, for me anyway, he would turn his head. He'd turn his head back.
Yeah, I suppose we had to make up for it. Funny, we mentioned about no camera movements. We kind of did make up for it, I think, in cinematography still. Lighting-wise, anyway, I was very happy with that. Same with last year, but even more so this year. And also, even what was thought out in the when we were kind of doing a shot list was the stuff I animated. Do you remember when we spoke about when the waitress comes in and I was like, oh, we're going to break the 180 rule.
Last shot of the scene. At this angle, then I'm going to switch over to the other character, do all of theirs, and then we're swapping the 180 rule, and then another bit of back and forth. Yeah.
And then you were like, okay, you have to commit to it then, and then I was like, oh, that's going to be annoying because of the way I built the set, because I mentioned earlier the diagonal tiles, so the sofas, the booths were built into the walls, if you know what I mean, so I kind of had to take apart the set half through, but it was so much better that once it got to her, that shot of her, it broke the 180 rule, and then we committed to the 180 rule being broken in the new. That broke, but and watching the film, I'm like, oh yeah, because it's a long scene of dialogue, so it's like, oh, a fresh new
but that's
perspective.
Exactly it.
Just helping Dara get the mod element in. We have a green dumpster made, but we're just going to put something red on top of it. The building's red, so we could put some like plants or coming out of it, but I think at this stage of the night, it'd be a pain in the hole to have to fucking take apart stuff. I'm sick of building sets. So I think we'll just put the ball on the bin. Do you like that?
Really comfortable animating experience. So I actually finished earlier than Steve. I had less work than him. So I think my last shot I got...
done by 2 a.m.
It was 1:45, which is 14 hours into THAC. And if I start... So 10 hours. I was animating for about 10 hours.
Yeah, I remember I was like half jealous. I was like, you were like, I'm nearly done. I was like,
I'm off to bed.
I remember thinking, oh, I'm gonna have to go to sleep, wake up in a couple of hours, but it was so much better to be done when I went to sleep.
It was so weird compared to last year. I slept from, it took me a while to get to sleep, so I slept from 3 a.m. till 7:30. So I got like 3.5, 4 hours sleep in THAC. So anyway, I was back down the desk at 10 to 8 with about 4.5, 5 hours left to edit the film and submit it. Now, I had started editing as I went, so when I'd finish a shot, I'd bring it into Premiere Pro, tighten it up, extend shots, or do whatever I had to do.
Like, we knew from the get-go that you had that I had a good bit more time-wise animation to do, so I think for you were like, well, I've got a bit more time so I can take my time on the animation.
Yeah.
But it didn't work so much better, like, so I think we should do that in future because because it's all I have to do. You have to do so much more editing.
When you finish animating, you're done, so you can go up until when I get up from my sleep.
I can just plow through, like.
But yeah, the edit took, obviously because it's like a 4.5 hour.
Hour.
Yes. I basically edited from, around 8 a.m. right up until the end. Really happy with the edit. I think it came together really nicely. I'm delighted with the music choices, the sound design, the overall pacing, the reverb to make it sound like the voices was in your head and not your head. Out of the last 3 THACs, we came second, 9th, and then 3rd last year.
So we came in the top 10 for 3 years. So we were
Top
like
3 twice.
the top 3 twice. Yeah. So
we
we
have to win.
we better win. Even if we place, I'll still be happy.
Yeah.
Look, I'll be happy. It's a good film either way, so I don't care.
We're happy with
But
the
it's
film.
just a little-
We had a great time filming it. we
Yeah,
have this
yeah.
little time capsule to watch when we're
when we're 50.
yeah, when we're still doing it at 50. Regardless of where we place, we had a great time this year.
Great.
We're both really happy with the film.
And I'm going to do a film, at least one brick film before THAC 26. I have no excuse anymore. I'm gonna
Get a load of this meme. All right, folks.
cheers.
Thanks for watching.